I'd love to delve a little bit more into actual gym ownership compared to the boot camp ownership. I'd love to know some of the positives and negatives of like both, really, of like if you were to put them against each other.
Yeah. So for me, the experiences have been very different because Tribe Training is purely my business. I founded it. I own it outright. It's my baby, and it's something that I've always been brought into since day one. Whereas a gym, we own, I own in a partnership.
Yeah.
Initially there was 4 guys, now there's 3 guys. So like the dynamics of working with other people is completely different. And I know you kind of worked for a team and were a big part of that for many years, so I'm sure you can relate. But like dealing with different personalities, dealing with 3 other men that were all entrepreneurial. We all had egos. I was the youngest, so that had its own dynamic. It was my first business or my second business that I owned. I was inexperienced. So that was like a really different dynamic for me, because at Tribe, if I think it's a good idea, we're doing it because it's mine. No one especially now I've got staff, so I kind of have to like run it by them and see what they think. I'm going to do it anyway. But whereas when I joined the gym, I was like, I couldn't just do things. I had to worry about like, did it impact them, or what were their thoughts on it, or is it okay to do that, or did they have a different idea? So that was a real, I wouldn't say struggle, but that was like a challenge. That was a kind of a challenging part of the journey. And then also because of when I first started, and still now, like one of my natural traits is to serve people, to help people, and to be liked. Like that's something that the liked bit part has reduced over the last few years. But when I first bought the gym, it was like I would just say yes to everything. So I'd be a yes man. Like I got a pretty bad deal to start with in the gym. Like I agreed to it. I said I was going to do it all. But basically, I was running the gym like 60 hours a week, just me. Like wasn't getting paid for it. But that was me. Like I was kind of a bit naive and really wanted to buy this gym. So I said I'd manage it, I'd look after it, and I was in there all the time. And I'm sure you've been in a lot of CrossFit boxes and stuff, but I was literally like, when we first brought it, industrial gym, no heating. It was terrible when we first brought it, like pretty bad. And when you say you own a gym, like I tell people now what I do, like, oh, I own a couple of boot camps and I own a gym. And like the reaction between a boot camp and a gym is completely different. Like people don't really care when you own a boot camp, whereas my boot camp like makes more money and we've got more members. But when you're telling me you own a gym, people's eyes light up, because I think people like think of like Dodgeball, Globo Gym or something, and they think it's pretty cool. When in reality, it was like dark, cold, because it wasn't that busy. A lot of the time I had to be sitting in this freezing cold tin box on an industrial estate on my own, cold, not knowing what I was doing.
It's definitely a part of PTing that people forget, is that it can be a lot of hours. It can be split shifts. It can also be sometimes, if you've got the wrong gig, it can be a lot of cleaning the gym,
Yeah, it's not that sexy.
And it's like I know a lot of people will explain it as a glorified cleaner, and arguably that's part of the process of learning the ropes at the start. So I think a lot of us done that, but it's part of that learning curve, right?
Yeah,
And there's definitely, there is also a considerable amount of opportunity as a PT as well. We talk a lot about some of the downsides of PTing, but actually there is so many upsides too.
Amazing.
Like you say, that impact, the amount you get to connect with people. Obviously, you can build yourself up to be earning a very, very respectable salary. It's fun. You're not having to dress up in a suit potentially every single day. So yeah, there's a lot of benefits that can still come from being a PT.
I still PT now. Like I do a couple of clients a week.
Yeah, nice.
But like it's an amazing job.
Yeah,
like, not poo-pooing on PT. It's
I wanted to get back into coaching on the gym floor, just for fun. Just wanna do it just for the fun of coaching again, because I miss that connection with like a large group of people. you know.
Yeah, it is amazing. Like when I 6 months ago, I kind of took myself away from the timetable fully. So we do 30 sessions a week, and I removed myself fully, and I kind of was in this office that I'm in now, and I lost my identity a bit. I was because when you are like, you know, like when you coach, like you're not a celebrity, but like
it's a power position.
yeah, everyone like loves you, respects you, you have a laugh, people like listen to what you're saying, and then like you get a really good feeling, you see people's results and transformations. And then I'd like stop that and like would sit in this office for 12 hours a day, like looking at my whiteboard and my laptop, and I was like, oh, this isn't quite as fun as I thought it was going to
be. Yeah. My name is Samuel Main, and I truly hope that you've got value from today's video. If you have, please do hit like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow.